Ipswich back in action on Sunday. County Cup final awaits for your side. How have preparations been for this one?
Yeah, good, really good. As you know, we've been integrating the development team sort of for the County Cup all season, and yeah, that's resulted in them being involved in first team training pretty regularly. Some of those that have been involved, and yeah, it's like they bring a positive spirit, lots of energy, lots of enthusiasm. So yeah, been good.
Let's talk about those development players. You've got a really good relationship with Key, the development manager, and you've had 5 or so development players involved, such as Maddie Hines, Kaylee Drury, Alice Seddon. Talk to us about how they're settling in well with the first team and bringing some much needed energy as well.
Well, like you say, I think they bring enthusiasm. They don't take the situation for granted. They're really keen to show what they can do, which is always good for it's good for the first teamers as well to just kind of be reminded of that enthusiasm. And then of course the first teamers are brilliant for them because they've got all that experience that they can bring to them and show them. And for me, it's the intensity and the ball speed and those kind of things that unless they're exposed to that on a regular basis, then it's hard for them to kind of get up to that sort of speed. So, yeah, it's been good.
Obviously, County Cup final, playing at the county ground, a ground and that your players are familiar with, obviously playing here a few times this season already, but Purton will be your opponents on Sunday. So what do you know about them and what sort of threat will they pose?
Well, they're a team with experienced players, and I think that's if you bring a young team here that's never played here before, then maybe a bit like the Chelsea team, the whole occasion, whilst it's a great occasion, can become a bit too much. It can be a bit overwhelming, and I don't think it'll be the case for Purton. They're obviously a team from sort of league below us, from sort of tier 6, but they'll have a style of football that we, to be fair with, have at times struggled this season with, because it will be at times quite direct and physical, and yeah, that faces brings its own challenges, doesn't it?
Obviously, County Cup final, an opportunity for your side to get their hands on some gold. So I'm sure the girls will be up for this one.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's a combination of it. We're really lucky that it's being held at the county ground because they love that anyway. And then obviously, I think as a player, you can't never take for granted a final. So many great players never get to play in any finals. So playing in a final is a special thing, something that everybody will be well and truly up for, and we'll appreciate the experience and the opportunity to show what they can do on that fantastic stage.
Obviously, it's been a thrilling encounter so far with the teams that you have faced.
Yeah.
Obviously, lower tier sides as well that you've got to take into account with some of the scorelines as well, but much needed experience for those younger players to also get an opportunity at a cup final, like you say.
Yeah, exactly. So not only are they getting the experience of playing with first team players in that sort of environment and the training, etc., they also get exposure to a senior, cup final, and those kind of experiences again are really good for them. I'm sure most of them will just, they'll relish it, and probably in some respects with young players, they have no fear, they just come at it with lots of enthusiasm. But those experiences stand in good stead, hopefully, in the future in their career. And once they've done it once, then obviously it's easier for them to do it again.
Obviously, having the final at the county ground does favour your side a little bit, obviously being a home venue for some of your games this season, but hopefully a good opportunity to get a crowd in and get some fans behind the players as well.
Yeah, I'd love that. I mean, from my perspective, I think, as Swindon Town fans, it's an opportunity for them to really come and support the women's team in a final. I know, so impressed with the academy team, the amount of people that came to the county ground for that game, and it's a way for the fans to just really show their support for the women's team that put a lot of hard work and effort in this season representing the club. And I'd love it if we got a really big crowd for the game, because they really appreciate the support and the energy that brings. It just makes it even more exciting for them to play here if there's a bigger group of fans here to support them.
Obviously, this game comes a day after the men's dedicated fixture towards her game 2 and the important work that they do surrounding their campaign in showing that women have a right to play in football or any sport for that matter. So a really good opportunity to come and support those women at the county ground.
Yeah, and it's her game 2 is as much about coming and supporting football. It's about that environment being open to to everybody. and you've got a player like Elise who will play on Sunday, who's been a ball girl here for the men's side. She's a massive fan of Swindon Town, and for me, if you can come and support her, she couldn't be more of a fan of of Swindon, and if you come along and support her, I think you're just supporting the club that you love. So that'd be a wonderful thing.
You've got so many players here that play for that pride in that Swindon Town badge on their chest. Obviously, lastly, your first season at Swindon, an opportunity to get your hands on some gold, so you'll be up for this as much as the players.
Of course, yeah, of course. I mean, it's difficult because obviously the difference in the in the levels, the expectations there. My expectation is that we should be going on to win the competition, but football's not like that. Cup competitions aren't like that. Finals aren't like that. So providing we do our job properly and everybody's prepared properly, then it should be a good occasion for everybody, something that we can all enjoy, myself included.
Best of luck on Sunday.
Okay, thank you very much.